Hey guys, I am coming to talk to you guys today because I just got to have the most amazing 3 hours in a long old time. It is amazing staying home with my family and virtually teaching kids and connecting in new ways. But my heart has been aching for many of the students that I know have been struggling, and this day, God blessed me so much, and I just had to share it with you guys because there is an organization called YoungLives, and if you haven't heard about YoungLives, let me tell you about it. So YoungLives works with teenage parents, and specifically I mentor with the Orange County YoungLives. We've got a foundation in Huntington Beach and in Santa Ana. And you guys know my heart is all about helping the community of Santa Ana. And getting to work with some of the girls in Huntington, especially at camp situations, has been just beyond blessings for me personally. But the point is, today I got to help an old student who will forever be a student of mine through the Young Lives program. And thanks to generous donors, let me turn off the air, the radio, the worship music went away, so instead of hearing them. Because of amazing donors who have stepped up in even more generous ways, I got to go grocery shopping today for 5 of the Young Lives families. And it was a while. I did some really efficient shopping. It was actually fun for me. That's a rush for me. Separated it all and delivered it to the families. And I got to save this amazing young woman for last. And I kind of saved her for last because I've known her a really long time. And what happened was, being a public school teacher, you know, I share my life, but I obviously can't give them any kind of advice. However, when they come to me and they ask, I get to share my story, and sometimes it impacts people. And this particular girl sat next to me on a bus to go to a field trip. And she said, "Mrs. Stack, I've got something to tell you." I'm like, "Okay, what?" And I knew she was in a very serious relationship with her boyfriend. And she said, "Well, you know, we're having a baby." And she said, "How do you feel about, you know, the options that are out there?" And I said, "You know, there are a lot of options out there. There are a lot of different, you have a choice. You have a choice to make." And for me personally, there was no choice. And that's all I had to say. And I got to share the fact that even though my now 19-year-old daughter was not planned, even though she kind of threw a monkey wrench into the plans that I had, she's the best thing that ever could have happened to me and my family. She saved my life. She saved my relationship with God. And ultimately, she helped lead me to my husband and our 2 boys and our dogs and everything. We are who we are because she is part of my story, and because God blessed me with her. And because of her and because of how deeply she impacted me, it is so important for me to walk alongside teenage parents and let them know that they're not alone, and that it is hard and it's going to be a struggle. Nothing in life comes easy. Nothing good in life necessarily comes easy, but they're not alone. And she told me today that the best thing she ever did was to join Young Lives, because on the bus even, I was like, now there's people out there who want to help you. You know, if you choose to go through with this, there are resources for you. It's not going to be easy, but if you ask for help, and if you want help, and if you accept help, there's help. And I will be someone who helps you along. And she has the most beautiful, beautiful little girl. And I happen to absolutely love her little girl's name, because same name as my little girl. And I just had to share her story with you, and how deeply this program has impacted my life, because it allows me to not just be a teacher to my students, it allows me to be a mentor to my students after I've had many students go through this program. And I met them, a year later. I had no idea. And all of a sudden they walked into clubs and I'm like, hey, I know you. Some of them didn't want to acknowledge me, and some of them were a little sheepish. And when they realized that there was no judgment and I was just there to support them, their relationship got to change and evolve into something so special. So if you are looking for a way to help through all this, if there's tax deductible donations, and I would love to facilitate that for you to get you to a way where you can help bring groceries, bring diapers, bring, just bring the Spirit of God, the love of Jesus Christ, and share it with people who are hungry for it and who want to know Him through the love of others. So I hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, hug your babies, and say prayers tonight. Love you.